Episode 5, folks, and we're straight out in the field. This time we're testing the JSB Heavy, which is 10.34 grain. Very popular pellet, a really good pellet, against the Pro Hunter Slug, 9.7 grain. Now I have not been looking forward to this video because I'm convinced that slugs can be used well in sub12 with the right formula, and the JSB Heavy is just so good. And in my new HW100s, I'm thinking, can they be beaten really? Can anything beat such a good air rifle, the HW100, and such a good pellet for hunting? And if you carry on watching, I can still see potential. There are some interesting results here. I don't want to spoil it from the offset, but let's just look at this group. At 60 yards, they would all pretty much hit a 5 pence piece. So let's see how they do. Let's see how the slugs perform against that. So same distance. Little to no wind, pretty much none. And the first shot went really well, kind of where I want. This is more about assessing group size at this stage. We're going to tweak the optics to get it bang on in terms of where it hits, but first shot, elevation's really good. A little bit to the right. Second shot hits the same place. At this point, I'm thinking, well, we're on something good here. And really important point is I was using a magazine for hunting. I kind of insist on the magazine. I do not like single loading out hunting. The third shot went too high. I can already see that's kind of breached my rule in terms of group sizes. Just from here, each one of these squares is 1 inch, so I can see it's gone beyond that. And the next one's low, so fourth shot, and then I think the fifth one is not too bad. But we'll have a look at that to see how to see the group size. Yep. Can't cover the shots 10 pence piece. So what I did remember is from one of my last videos is that pushing it through an O-ring on a magazine can cause a launch error. So I've got a different magazine, and this doesn't have an O-ring. So this, and I'd taken this out. I remembered I had it, and when I do it again, sure enough, the group sizes do actually tighten up, and tighten up similarly to what the JSB Heavy did, which is quite remarkable, really. It really is a good slug, and to rival the accuracy of a JSB is really quite something. So there you have it. Most would covered with a 5 pence piece, and here's a comparison with the 10 pence piece, which is my benchmark. So that, for me, that's what you need to kill a rabbit. In In terms of side-by-side comparison, the drop's slightly better, the wind drift's much better, taking half the wind, and you kind of saw there that the retained energy is better. So all round better, but I need them to work in a magazine for hunting. That's my personal thing. You might find that you're perfectly okay with single loading hunting. I'm not. I normally put a warning here saying if you want to see rabbits get shot, then turn off now, but I missed 3 in a row. Nothing to do with the rifle, nothing to do with the slugs. It was to do with the DNT Zulus. For some reason, it lost 0 from the previous footage where we with that really nice group. It started to shoot about 1 inch high and 1 inch to the right, which meant that, and I didn't know that. So the first shot, as you saw back then, it just kind of went over the top. There was a little bit of a left to right breeze, which wouldn't have helped as well. And you see how it goes back to how it was. That was the same with the first one. It didn't run away. I mean, there was such a good shroud system. And again, if there was another reason why I missed and I had a magazine, I could reload and take another shot. But I can't really do that. I'm not skilled enough to do that in terms of single loading, especially 177 fiddly little projectiles. So this is the third one. I gave up at this point. Having missed the third one, not knowing why, I kind of gave up. So, well, there's no point. Tonight, just call it a day. You win some, you lose some. And when I shot, went back and shot, I found that, I found what happened. It lost 0, and you can see that here. I did promise 100-yard shooting. We wouldn't hunt at this range with a sub12, but for a plinking, it's a bit of fun. And you can see here how they're hitting right. There is no wind, and they're still hitting right. And it's because it shifted, as you can see. So let's do that again. Let's take another shot. You can see it's hit right again. And so I'm now ready to hit the first can. I know where to aim off. Yep, absolutely nailed it. And then again, take out the second can. I fast forward in between because single loading is kind of pointing all over the place and make the viewer feel sick, I think, seasick. And also just to speed up the video. But so cut out the bit in between, but that was one shot after the other. At 100 yards, like, these things are grouping about the same size as the can. Like I said, no good for hunting at the range, but just for a bit of fun, why not? It's quite a lot of deer where I go, but yeah, need a proper permissions, a proper rifle for that. Stay tuned for the next ones. We're going to have Red Wolf coming up and HFT testing.